I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This is another request, this time from Max. Thank you for the paid request. I appreciate that. If anyone's interested in requesting pretty much any other type of videos, reviews, re-reviews, movie topics in general, reactions, whatever type of video, you request either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Again, this is the day that I'm doing these videos. I'm under the weather. I apologize for my voice and coughing that may happen. Doing the best that I can. But this is for 1984, starring John Hurt, Richard Burton, directed by Michael Radford. Of course, it's based on the George Orwell novel, which is very appropriate in today's age, about thought crimes, how you get propaganda footage, bring people into a riot of hate for the opposing enemy. That shit you just say in today's age, sadly. Rewriting history, shape it to your own, which I can kind of see that in today's age, in which people ignore history. People don't pay attention to history. You know, you can give anyone bullshit that you want. And, you know, I say if you don't know your history, then you're deemed to repeat it. But a lot of people don't know their history. You know, even on superficial stuff. Let's say what's a superficial thing? Movies. Oh, there's no such thing as strong female heroes. Oh, really? I can name 50. From Longest Good Night, to Kill Bill, to Aliens, to The Terminator 1 and 2, to Lara Croft Tomb Raider, to almost every slasher film of the 80s. Neve Campbell and Scream, Heather Langenkamp, Amy Steele, Ashley Lawrence, G.I. Jane with Demi Moore. How many you want me to name? But anyway. But in this future, you have Big Brother always watching you. They don't like a person being individual, whether it be on political or personal level. You can't think for yourself. You gotta be this or this. That sounds kind of like real life too. The life of today too. If you're not Trump, you're either for Trump or not for Trump. I don't give a fuck either way. I don't like both. You gotta be one or the other. I don't like both. I'm my own goddamn individual. Blah, 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 politics. I don't fuck talk about politics. I'm tired of politics. But anyway, John Hurt's job is to help rewrite history, to serve the government. And thought crime, it can lead to death. And the future, I thought the way it was filmed, it definitely served a rundown, I want to say oppressed. They don't seem like they're oppressed, but dark. For some reason I use the word gloomy a lot, but that does fit with this environment. I mean, even to the point where they control stuff, the dictionary. The dictionary is getting thinner and thinner and thinner with what words you can use and not use. how a select few, the people who are desperate for something, like John Hurt will go through this busted ass place, and there's this hooker that, even though she's bruised up and ugly and blah blah blah, veins or pop out her legs, he'll have sex with her for $2 because it's something. And even the kids are being trained to this. I mean, the kids, for example, they're loyal. They're saying about being loyal, emotion, fearless, devotion, die with dignity. These are little kids. And how even, when the old is gone, the new kids, the new people, this is all they've known. They never knew of a past. They never knew of something different in the past. They never knew that things could be better or things could be different. They just know the world that they know. And with a world that has changed history so much, how can you blame them? Sad to say. How can you blame them? I mean, if you think about it, for all we know, the history books could be wrong. Just someone rewrote the shit. You never know. How would you know? Just not one person on the earth was there with George Washington or Abraham Lincoln. What if Abraham Lincoln was an asshole? But people wrote him as a good guy. How do we know? We just gotta believe what we're told, believe what we see. You never know. There's stuff I like to believe. I like to believe Abraham Lincoln was a good guy. But you never know. What if... And that makes you think, in this society, shit's being rewritten. Oh yeah, chocolate is going well. We're all going to get more chocolate. And that's one of the things John Hurt writes. He has to rewrite that. And then next time the news is on, hey, chocolate is coming back for people. You're going to get supplies of chocolate. Yay! And then if that never happens, then something else would be made up as to why that didn't happen. Maybe to make you more pissed off, to make you hate more. As one person says, war is not meant to be won, it's meant to be continuous. Because if it's continuous, then it's something to think about, hate about, unite people to hate about, or get angry about, or a common cause. Because again, they don't like individualism. They don't like someone thinking for themselves. Even today's age and the social media, if you think for yourself and you give an opinion that's not popular, what happens? You get chastised. You get called, okay, Michael Jackson. I don't think he did what people accuse him of doing. They go, leaving Neverland. I think that bullshit, with a lot of horseshit, cockamamie crap. What do you mean? Didn't someone say, oh, this thing happened on the subway system, but the fucking subway wasn't built yet? Like a train station? I think it was a train station. Oh, this happened with the train station, and the train station wasn't fucking built yet? On the time it was built a few years after, they said? Because they didn't remember when the fuck the train station was built. I was at this train station. It wasn't built yet. There was nothing there yet. Oh, I was here. Wait, weren't they over there in that city on that date? Well, a mom going, oh, I clapped when I heard Michael Jackson died. Yeah, but years ago you said you didn't know anything about it until 3 years after Michael Jackson died. If you didn't know until 3 years after Michael Jackson died, how the fuck did you clap when he died? It's like, well, which the fuck is it? So, there are smarter people that will go into that more than me. But that's what I'm saying, is that with the whole individualism and even the climate today, I was talking about how thought crimes, people know what you're thinking. I'm like, no, I will say what the fuck I think and think what the fuck I say. Don't read into it more. If I say good job, I mean good job. If I say okay, I go okay, or okay USA. If I say no thanks, I mean no thanks. Don't read anything else into it. Fucking thought crime shit. But anyway, getting back to the film, John Hurt starts an affair with his lady in the countryside. Then they get a place above this pawn shop. And meanwhile, the world is like, well, we gotta keep the war going, keep structure of the society intact. Then they're caught. They're trying to torture him to make him sane, make him believe what they think. We're at war with you, Asia. What? It was East Asia. No, it's your Asia. Okay, when I say this, when I do this, you don't say it's 5. And we're gonna make it so that you believe it, that this is 5. Which you can think of today, where people, when I give comments or replies, I just reply my own opinion. And it is what it is. But there'll be times where people, they try to force you into liking or disliking something. Or they'll go way above and beyond because you didn't agree with them. Because you were an individual. You had your own thought process. You thought for yourself. And so you're evil, you're mad, you're mad, you're crazy. How could you like this? How do you hate this? Blah, blah, blah. Because I'm my own individual. So I would say this movie, while it doesn't have a happy ending, it's not really a type of film I would go out and search and see. It being based on a novel is important to that. You could see a lot of stuff that you could take out and pertain to the world of today, but you don't have people studying this. You don't have people thinking about this. Well, yeah, some people do. And like in the film, he gets tortured so much that he's like, no, do it to her, not to me. With this rat that's gonna bite his face off. He's like, no, do it to her, not to me, do it to Julia. I think it's one of those films that you feel the oppression. You wonder, will the world be like this one day? Will the world be this one day where you're told what to think, you can do this, you can't do that, someone's always going to be watching you, or at least they follow what you do on the internet, and then they go, what, how do I put it, what is your bottom line? What is your soul telling you right now? Do you want to follow a crowd? Do you want to go, no, I don't want to say this because I'll get mad, angry, upset people, I'll hurtful comments, hurtful videos, hurtful this, and because that's superficial stuff, but you do pretend, you do take that into a bigger, broader spectrum. Think for yourself. Don't just believe what one or the other congressmen say. Think for yourself. Talk about yourself. We have discussions, we have conversations, we have disagreements. Sometimes we're wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. I can admit that. It's hard. Sometimes I always don't. But am I always right? Fuck no. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just saying, it's a movie that, the movie itself, I thought it looked good with, you know, the beginning of the film where you see all these people staring at Big Brother screen. And again, that oppressive gloom and doom that you're hoping never happens one day. The actors, like Richard Burton is the guy who's torturing him to make him sane. John Hurt, you really feel sorry for the character. And the last scene of the film, he hears Big Brother say, I love you, and he turns away from him. And you're wondering, is this tears for sorrow? Is this tears of happiness? maybe that's up to the viewer. Right, it's not a film I would ever rewatch because life sucks so much. I want to see happy endings, or given happy endings. You know, that's another thing. But at the same time, stories like this understandably need to be told to showcase to the audience, to put a mirror up and go, you see yourself here? Or could you see yourself in this land? Could you see yourself in this world? Are we don't do anything about it? What can we do? And, you know, everyone's going to have their own answer. To me, my answer is I just got to take it day by day. Because we live in an age that anybody can say anything, and it very easily could get drowned out as well. All I could do is I do me, you do you. Take it day by day, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, as for the movie itself, it would have been nice to see more of the actual world, how this works, like how the government actually works in this stuff, and more of... I get that they're going with the love story aspect, because then it's like he loves her so much, but then turns on her as she turns on him. And that's the thing that ultimately does break his spirit. So individualism is dead. I just mean, it would have been nice to see more of the actual world. Like, how does the world work? How do the constructs of it work? Maybe some of the behind the scenes of it work. Obviously, that's not the movie, and that's not the story that's being told. And also, when I see this type of film, I'm like, you know what? I could just watch a film like Equilibrium with Christian Bale, which goes through the same notes of you can't be an individual, being oppressed, but also is a much more entertaining film, much more exciting film. I wouldn't say this film's entertaining. It's not supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be funny. It's not supposed to be scary. So what's it supposed to be? Make you think about the future and also the world you're in today. But I get that with Equilibrium with Christian Bale, but I also get a fun entertainment value. So I get the best of both worlds, which I guess is one of the reasons why I don't really rewatch this much. I've seen this once before. It might have been for school, after reading the book. I think so. But again, there's other films like Equilibrium that, again, that merge this with, again, fun, escapism, excitement. I'd rather go with the best of both worlds. And here, with that said, though, the message is still valid. I think it's worth at least one watch to people. Who knows, maybe to prepare people. Maybe to... Hey, it may be coming. Be prepared. Old Satan Claus is out there. That's my motto. Be prepared. If anyone knows where that's from, you get a cookie. But anyway, those are my jumbled thoughts on 1984. Thanks once again, Max. People want to request pretty much anything. You can request it either directly to my PayPal or my Patreon. Both links down below. Thanks for watching. Take care. We will see you guys later.